Over the past 2 years, I've been somewhat transient. I've spent roughly 2 years bouncing around the region, and I've lived in approximately 20 different locations. Right now, I don't have a permanent place, and everything that I own, literally everything that I own, fits quite neatly in a single backpack. And when people learn about this, it's usually followed by one of two reactions. Either they're super curious about the whole concept, and eventually they start telling me about how they can't do it, or they get all weird and instantly feel that it's their duty to tell me how irresponsible I'm being with my life. But regardless of the person, there's always a single question that is asked, and it's why? Why are you traveling? And usually I'll have my answers, but whatever I say, it's never good enough. So I thought maybe I should just start talking numbers. So let's say the average healthy human being lasts about 80 years or so. That works out to be about 700,000 hours, give or take. Now you take that figure, deduct your formative years, so your childhood and your teenage years, and take out the 10 or so years that you spend retiring, you know, sitting around doing nothing, thinking, I'm going to be dead soon. And that leaves us with roughly 460,000 hours to play with. People usually fill in this time with things like careers and family, relationships, children, way too many hours on Netflix, and just random other stuff. But in my situation, I've taken a tiny percentage of that rather large number and allocated it towards traveling. And so far I like it. It works very well for the type of person that I am. It might not work for you. It might sound like the most scariest thing ever, but in my case, it's just how it is. Maybe in 2 years' time I'll get bored of it all and decide to settle down, and I can, knowing full well that whatever I've done over the last couple of years has been a tiny little blip in the grand scheme of things. And I think this is something that everyone really needs to take on board, that regardless of what they want to do with their life, whether it be travel or having a family or a career or just moving to a different location, when you look at the bigger picture, it makes no difference if you fail. You try something for a year or two, doesn't work out, go back to what you were doing before. You've got plenty of time. You're given 460,000 hours to play with, and I mean, considering 200 years ago, people didn't even last that long. Like, their whole life was less than that. So going back to the people who ask why not? Why spend so much time criticizing others about the things that they do in their life, when really all you're doing is taking away time that you could be spending on bettering your own? And that's just stupid.